Hi there guys, we are back with 2-point perspective and we've been presented with two auxiliary views, a top and a front auxiliary view, two vanishing points, a left and a right, and we have also been given a nice isometric drawing of what the shape actually looks like. So it gives us a little bit more perspective, doesn't it? Excuse the pun. Alright, so we are going to be projecting from our stationary point to find those right and left vanishing points, and also using the point that is dropped from the point that is touching the picture plane as an information bar. Okay, the information that I need from here right now is I need to be able to find this rectangular hole on this slant surface. Okay, we've also been given the actual triangular prism, or if you want to call it the gable roof, and we are going to now have a final look at how we're going to be finding those points. Now, there are one or two methods, and I know there are a couple of methods that are out there, and I'm going to just explain one of those methods. If you are not going to be making use of reference points in your top view, you could simply drop the actual points that exist down onto your picture plane by connecting it to your stationary point and then dropping it straight down vertically, because that's what we know about the points on a picture plane. If a line crosses the picture plane, it then gets to be dropped vertically down. Alright, now let's have a closer look at what is actually happening over here. Okay, now I've got the information coming from our top end of the window and of the bottom end of the window on my information bar. This information bar collects this information at these 2 points and projects them back to the right vanishing point using that line there and that line there. I've also projected it back to my left vanishing point and to my left vanishing point, but as you can see, the actual points don't fall on these lines. Alright, so it's important to realize that this does not actually touch the slant surface. Okay, so what I've done here is this information point projected back to my right vanishing point actually touches 2 areas of this gable roof or triangular prism. It touches over here on the slant edge and on that side there. Now we want to draw everything that's visible first, so we're going to be working with this one. Since this line is projected back, this point over here is represented or representing this information over here, that height. Just like this is representing a ground height, it's really stuck to the ground. So all along this line over here, going back to the right vanishing point, is the ground. Right, this point here that we're going to be using is on the slant edge. That means if I connect this line over here back to the left vanishing point all the way to the top, I'm also going to be touching the slant edge on that side. Which means if I run my finger all along this line over here, I'm going to literally be touching that slant surface. Isn't that what I want? I want those points on the slant surface. Okay, great. So now that we made sense of it, we've projected 2 points, the 2 bottom points. Let's confirm that for a moment. Okay, let's zoom slightly. The 2 bottom points of this rectangular hole down to the bottom, which connects that exact line that I was talking to you about. Let's check this one over here. There it is there. I'm highlighting the line. Follow it all the way down, and it connects that specific line that I was talking to you about. So that's great. Right now, we can go ahead and we can make that a solid line. Alright, you can go ahead and go draw a solid line. I'm going to just quickly trim this line over here. Makes it easy for me. And I'm going to just change that line to a final line. Now that I've got that bit of information, I know that that line is actually on the slant surface. I need to go and find the top 2 ends. Alright, so I've done exactly the same. This is the bottom of the window. Now I'm going to do the top of the window. the information sent from the top of the window to my information bar collects it at this point and then gets projected back to my right vanishing point. Notice that as it gets projected back to my right vanishing point, this is a height that I'm working with. It connects at this point and at this point. Yet again, we are going to draw everything that's visible. So because it's touching this point over here, I'm going to project this point to my left vanishing point all the way. By doing that, I'm also going to be able to touch this slant edge over here. Again, if I run my finger all along this line over here, I'm going to have contact with the slant surface. Alright, so that is exactly what I want. Yet again, I want to be in touch with that slant surface. So, let's test again. Are we using the correct points? We are dropping these 2 points, the top points. Follow the line that's highlighted onto that exact line that I want that is touching that surface. So therefore, I have found the exact point. Let's look at this one over here. Let's follow it. There it goes. Follow the highlighted line all the way down, and it is touching that exact line that we were talking about. So I think we've confirmed it very, very, very well. I'm going to go ahead and draw that one in final line. There we go. So if I've got those 2 in final line, surely I should be able to just go and join these points. And that would also give me lines all along the slant surface. From there to there. From here to there. Are we done yet? Well, we know that this is a hole, isn't it? So let's go ahead and test this. We do definitely have to go and draw a line. Let's construct it for now. From this point over here all the way to my right vanishing point. There we go. Let's zoom in on it again. There it is. Now I don't know whether this hole, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to see the other end of this hole. Okay, there might be a little bit of more information on this side. I might have to indicate that this hole goes right through and that there is a slant surface cutting through this end over here. So let's have a look. If I go clearly and I look at this point over here, I use this point and I project it and cut through there as well. I'd have to then go ahead and draw a line from there back to my left vanishing point and see where this point here, which is on the surface, my slant surface, would connect to that point there, or that line there. Now it clearly connects on there, on the intersection point over there, which isn't visible. So all I'm going to be happy with now is to go and trim this line right here like that, because I've now tested the theory, and I'm going to convert this very last line to a solid line. Let's see if it works. There we go. Alright. Final product, exactly like that. Let me quickly complete these lines for you so that you guys can see. I'm going to draw it like that. And from here to here. And then I'm going to give you a moment to think about it and see exactly how we went about it. Alright. The pleasure about having a video is you can pause it right there and you can actually follow exactly every step. You can follow exactly where my lines went, where my points are, and for that matter, if I had to find each one of these points over here, according to these lines over here, if I had to connect this point to my right vanishing point and extend it back down this way, it could possibly go through each one of these points here. Okay, because that's the height that we've been given. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it made sense and it gave you a little bit more understanding about how we're going to find objects on slant surfaces. Thank you very much.